Yeah, what up, everybody? Welcome to the show. This is Straight from the Lab. I'm your host, Ezel. Once again, we are about to embark ourselves into the creative process, man. First of all, thank you, everybody, tuning in. Thank you, everybody, supporting the show, this idea. And from the start, I just want to say I would like to put an intention for this show so that you as somebody that perhaps are looking to get inspired, learn new tricks, solidify your knowledge, or just witness creative process, or even support the this I will say magic act that we as musicians sometimes tend to do, put things together. If you're here, your presence is deeply appreciated, and I send you like my blessings, and I hope everything is well with you. And let's get going. Let's listen to what I got. So what I got is this. Let me play you the original song first. So this is the original song. It's called Shall Not Be Moved. Sounds super dramatic, right?
You try to drown me out, but I'm still breathing. You try to take my pride.
Of course, they come in with that UK vibe, them being from the UK.
Pay me what I am due.
That swingy garagey vibe. So you get the drift. They already made something dope, right? So let's dive into what I got. Let's see where I fare. So this is what I got so far. Yeah, yeah, that's the gospel. Wow. So man, I like to express my feelings, man. Before you guys tell me what you think, I mean, like, I hope you guys tell me what you think. Like, please don't sugarcoat it, man. First of all, I'm just gonna say, like, it's not mixed. Like, the stage where it is right now is like, at this point, I will consider, like, okay, there's enough in there to sort of say production wise is like, this can advance to the mix stage. I have certain things, but I I want to say what I've been working on more than anything, not from like the technical perspective or nothing, it's just like the concept of presence, the concept of like being connected to what I'm doing, that what I'm doing moves me, and and this thing right here, man, I definitely rain on this like musically. Like when I was playing that bass, bro, is like I was feeling that. I was feeling in the like in heaven. Like that turned me on incredible. So I have a good memory of that. Sometimes when I get to this point, certain voices in my head kick in, man. Like I don't know, like trying to like arrive, reach perfection, all the like all the like technicality, the lessons from my mentors in sound, whatever it kicks in is like take, like it's cool, but like take care of the tightness, take care of that low end, take care of that vocal presence, take care of this, take care of that, and then I'm sometimes I'm like, well, but production is okay, like it's I mean, like it's not too like I hope I haven't like overproduced it, like put too much in it. Should it be more minimalistic? Should it be something else? You know, all that, man, comes to me at this point where I'm like about to close. So I think the purpose of today's show was to like just showcase what what happens to me, like at this point, and I'm and maybe like navigate this together. uh I would say something, I don't know, like I feel like this is pretty feels pretty authentic, feels pretty like, I don't know, like i i, I feel connected to the work, but I doubt myself. I'm just gonna say it straight. Like sometimes I doubt myself. I was thinking like, man, that bass line is dope, but maybe we need a little bit more like a low end on the bass. Maybe switch it up to like a synth. But it's impossible to have that vibe on a synth. Like I actually play that with my real bass. So this is the moment where I feel I need to make the decision that is gonna stand for eternity, which is this thing, is this what is gonna be the remix? Is this the remix, or is something else? So let's start, like just tackling what I have here, and while I work on it, I mean, like, while I savor all the elements and I do a little bit of a play by play, I'm gonna be like adjusting things like organically, like I will do. So let's start from the start. Basically, I have the drum bar here, but the actual project start like around here. That kick. Yeah. Somebody wants just play a sample. Yeah, let me just play a little sample of the remix again, and then I'll just go back. So let's do something. First of all, I am going to mute first move from my intuition. I'm gonna mute the vocal for now. So I'm gonna do like a critical quality check of the cohesion of the instrumental first. And I'm gonna go like foundationally moving from the bottom up, which is drums. Drums and then bass. And since I don't really have a lot of drum stems, like I already consolidated a couple of things. So I have kick, I have a snare and clap in one stem, bake it into one. Then I have some top, bake it into one, and I have some cowbell in another. So I'm gonna go and I am going to solo these things, and I'm gonna listen a little bit of like bass and drums relationship first. So first thing that I hear, it's I want to put like I want to put a gate to the bass. So that's the first thing. And you see like visually too, I'm starting to see like that there's maybe a little bit of compression that I have to add to that bass to like stabilize it even further or do it manually, because you see like there are some like data points that were there are some places where the notes are like considerably like lower than the rest. And usually I can do this manually. Usually I'll do it manually, but I want to try another method today. So first I'm going to load in a gate. So because what happens is I'm not a super bass player, and I live sustained notes sometimes. So I'm trying to control that, and I use this comp gate from Waves to do that. I just raised this threshold right here, and that red right there, it's all the sustain. Yeah. So that's the first move. The second move we're gonna do, it's I'm gonna go to a channel strip, and I'm gonna select a CCL G channel. I learned this approach a couple of weeks ago watching somebody on YouTube. Probably there are countless way of doing this, but it's like a easy glue, I will say. So basically, I put myself on the dynamics section. I click fast attack to make the attack fast, and then I make the release fast. And then I will put the threshold all the way to like no threshold, right? And you will see right here on this matter, there's no non-dynamic happening or nothing. So I'm gonna do it against. Let's actually group the drums. Let's call this drum group. Actually, that's something that I do too. On the mix stage, I glue the drums. Oh, I mean like put it on a group so I can process them together. So let's do drums and bass. So on the bass, I will, now that I have this on fast attack and fast release, and you see I'm not even touching the ratio, but I will play with the, sorry, I haven't touched the ratio and the threshold is all up, so there's no dynamic going on. I will play with the ratio. Now I'm gonna bypass, listen and compare. it's giving me like a slight something. It's giving me a little bit of more cohesion. Um, I am not compressing bass and drums together. I am like stabilizing, attempting. What I am attempting to do is trying to like stabilize the bass so that you see like if I open this to you, you will see like this is a note, this is a note, so I have notes in different amplitudes. So I'm trying to like get the volume of those closer to like a stable point via compression. And the tool that I'm using is the dynamic section of this channel tree right here. That's like a first vocal writer. That I mean, like I'm willing to try that. I'm willing to try that. From Waves, right? Vocal writer from Waves. There's another company that does a nice writer, but we have a bass writer here. Actually, I have never used this plugin before. I don't even know how to use it. But let's put it to work and see what happens. It seems to be working by itself. I like it. It's helping the cause. So let's retroactively group the process that we have added on this chain, and now let's hear before and after, because I mean, even if I'm already convinced, I will like you guys to like perceive this perceived improvement on the work that we are doing. It's really important to always like try to reset the perceptual vantage point and see if what we're doing it helps or not. I'm gonna tell you something too. This is like a confession. I didn't track this bass like the best way. Like I made maybe a mistake. The bass itself is nothing to cry home about. I am not a great player, but all this plays up. I don't know, like that the imperfection. That side is like, well, like you can only get what what you put in, but because I might have went a little too hot into the preamp that I use for recording the bass. So some notes I kind of hear like a little distortion, and maybe we can find a way to cure that moving forward. Let's see. Now I just want to experiment. I just want to experiment with tone shaping a little bit. I'm just gonna load a channel strip that does a bunch of stuff. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's not that good, but it's one of my favorite ones because it's so easy to use. So I'm just gonna like see what I can get with this. I like the presets. It says bass beefy, bass clarity. I hear tune tune. I know. So those notes, right? I just heard it. So these notes have to like go down. Yeah, I will have to do like that manually, I don't want to really like dedicate to that right now. But what I like to do sometimes is like if I have a homework, I'm just going to color code this so that I know my mind is going to remember that on the chat we tackle that. So then I do the whole verification, because if I do it now, it's going to take me some time to do it. let me actually check something too. Yeah. Um. On speaking about yeah, speaking about correcting some, my intuition is telling me to also open like to see what's going on frequency wise. So it's yeah, well, something is there, but yeah, this can improve it at least. Um, so back to the channel strip. I'm just gonna cycle through some presets and see what happens. You see, I like what this channel strip is doing. So it's doing a little bit of saturation, it's doing a little bit of dynamic, and it's EQing marginally. But if I take it out, I don't like it anymore. It feels fuller with it, more present. And I wonder now if there is like I don't know, like a suit like, or even same suit like if there is possibility to try to correct that harshness of the bass due to the bad take. Um, because it's not really down there. It's more like I hear it more like in the mids. So I like to go through precepts. They tell me something sometimes. It's like they tell me what they're supposed to like to actually do. Um, but let's yeah. I don't again. I don't want to like that's something too that I'm just what is cool. I can make myself a little note in here and put tame loud notes. This is like for the future, right? Not for this session. Tame loud notes. Fine offending frequencies and apply patch. You see, that way I will remember that. There seems to be also like a little bit of like boxiness to the sound, to the bass. I don't know if you guys perceive it. So I'm just gonna use IQ to try to like show you what I hear. It's like this. So it's like a little boxiness. Let's say it's like around there, 323. So I'm just gonna go and put myself here around this frequency. And let's try to apply this patch, make spectral. Hopefully it's opening the sound a little more. Yeah, every little move work. It take us closer, man. So I'm gonna leave the bass alone for now. You see, all this stuff is like part of the chain now. So I'm just gonna leave the bass alone for now, and I'm gonna go and check out the piano. First move I want to try on the piano is just EQ. I hear like too much low end on the piano. So I want to hear bass, drums, and piano. The piano sounds a little dark, sounds dark. So I'm gonna attempt to rebalance. So I'm gonna go with Saturn for that. I mean, I like that it's dark. I just want to make it a little less dark. Um, this dark tone, it's very familiar to me because it's like the main patch that you get when you click piano on Keyscape from Omnisphere, Spectrasonics. It has that, you know. I have a 3 band split here. That already improving to me. That's dual. That doesn't have any presence. Now we have some presence. And you see that piano too. It's like it's yeah. Some part of it are not super tight. I don't know because now I have the audio. Maybe I'm just gonna try quantize, on top and see what happens. So it's like warping, right? We have to warp it. Are we on the same BPM, right? Okay, we are. So I'm gonna warp it. Actually, I have to quantize it to a certain amount. So I'm just gonna do half. It has some swing on it. So I don't know if the pool is gonna help me on this. Maybe I need to like go to the pool groups and find like a nice swing template. Let's go with this one, 61. So what happens if I lower the time into 65% and then apply this to the piano? Nothing happens. So I don't know if I have to quantize it through here first and then apply the patch. Let's hear. I hope I didn't fuck the piano. Sounds fine. A little bit more EQ. Okay, I fucked the piano. Sorry, that's not a go. So let's take out the warp. dial back some of the brightness. And again, let's go and load that channel strip. Um, I just wanna thank you, man. It's like some cowbell going on, like tuk tuk. You know, we're gonna go through that in a moment because probably I can improve that too. So let me load that X. It's called X-Rack. But first, let me try something too. This is something that worked for me one time because this housey piano right here, again, the same happens. Sometimes I feel like I should have edited the MIDI a little better to like try to, like have a more optimized sustained response because with all this like like all this swingy stuff. The problem is that everything has to be very tight. I feel, and here the timing is okay. Basically, what I want to do is use this, which is a vocal channel strip, but it has a gate. So I just want to use the gate aspect of it. Because I feel like it cuts the sound a little bit. So it gives me like a tighter, I perceive it as tighter. You see, it has too much like sustain, I will say. So now I'm just gonna, I can use this same module to just add a little bit of ear candy to the sound. Just a little delay. That little thing right there adds that little dimension, Let's try this. Oh, this is like a chorus. Maybe we can use this. So maybe we can use so the delay I added here. Maybe we can use this chorus at a certain part of the song to create like a variation. So it's nice to have in one place. Let's hear it. Let's hear what we got right now in terms of drums, bass, and piano. I feel like we can add a little extra presence to that piano. So let me just load this channel strip now and see what I can get in terms of, perceived dynamic improvement. It says keys. I love it. It says keys house piano, so I had to click the preset right away. It's giving me a lot of vibe immediately. Like it's not present. Now it is. So let's hear how we had the piano originally, and because I'm just chaining all the process that I put, and from there let's compare. You can see what type of like perceived improvement we had done on this individual sound, which is the piano. And this is the dynamic that we're establishing. As you can see, we're going element by element, sort of mixing the track, mixing, optimizing before we do like a global moves, doing moves on each individual sound, and consider whether those sounds are fit or we need a replacement. The moment we consider we need a replacement, then my hands are gonna get busy playing, some extra sounds. But so far, I think we are good. So this is with the process. Let's hear without it. Oh my God! Listen where we were. We were really dull before. So, but the thing is, the dull sound is actually that's the stock sound you get from when if you load like a keyscape. That's the sound that you're gonna get straight from the BST. And sometimes I guess some people is like, yeah, I mean it's coming from a high quality, pricey virtual instrument, it should be fine, But as you can see, there are like levels of improvement that if you know how to hear those, to me that's kind of like the important thing. If you know how to hear those, you start creating like a mental image and it stays with you. So you can always recall that mental image and apply it in context. So I think I would like to say that's what I feel I'm doing now, because something is informing me of those traits and those quality and those sounds that is making me make this conscious choices step by step. All right. So I feel we got those going. At this point, by order of, foundational order, I will bring the vocals in. I had the vocals. I brought the vocals as a stem from like a previous. And by the way, allow me to save my progress. So collect all and save, and let me be proud and bold in here and say, this is called, what is that? Shall not be moved. Final mix. Oh my God, I feel so great writing this. Because I get emboldened by you guys. I'm like, nobody's telling me that this sucks so far. So I'm like, I'm like, yeah, dude, trust. We're gonna be good. We're gonna be good. Yeah, man, it's all about moving, man, with faith, man. But getting that support too, and I have to say it, man. You guys give me that support. Like it's a bi-directional dynamic. Hopefully, you're learning a couple of things, or maybe just enjoying the experience. But your presence is giving me that motivation and support to move past where I was, because like we already making, I will say, this an improvement. So let's keep mixing the instrumental, because maybe in the end we're gonna have such a well cohesive instrumental that the vocal is just gonna glide on it. Although, as you can see on this white thing, you see how busy is the vocal. That's another thing that I would like to bring to your guys' attention at that moment. Because the vocal is like it's a choir. It's like a 6 to 8 people singing, doing like harmonies, back harmonies, like acrobatics with the vocals. So that's kind of like the reason why of their art form and what they bring to the table. I want to honor that, and I decided to even double down on the busyness. Like double down on like go taking the grandiose type of approach, which is like, okay, for this one, let's say let's pretend we are in church and this is a 12-piece musical band. So that's what I'm trying to, I guess, evoke. Anyways, um, let's check this organ. Let's see what we got in terms of this organ and the yeah. Let's hear it. I'll bring the volume a little more. I want to see the organ a little bit to the right. I have a little trick I want to do on the piano, but that's gonna happen when we deal with the vocal. But yeah, already working on that presence for the organ. First move was just put 3 dBs of gain on the stem, and the next one is a little bit of compression via this R box. I really don't feel like doing much to the organ, you know. To me, it's like it's of course it's a BST. It's what it is, you know. Like probably there's a way to sauce it up, but you know, it's I'm going to like a crossroad here, and I might lose time, you know, too much time. I'm just gonna give myself 2 minutes to see if I can get something extra, squeeze some extra like per sexual sauce by something to this organ. You know, if we hear it by itself, well, I bake it that delay into the organ. So let me bring that channel strip that I've been using because I want to use the EQ section of it. It has this delay. I don't like it. I don't know. Like that delay, that wasn't like a dope move, man. So I'm being forced to recall that MIDI. Hopefully, I have it. So I'm gonna go to my browser right here, and I'm gonna search my files, and this is called shall not be something else shall not be moved. Let me see what else I have in here. Let me just do it even faster. Let me just type remix here. So this one, okay, got it. Says extra keys. So let me see what's the name of the folder. Okay, shall not be moved. Got it. So it says extra keys. So I'm just gonna open this. I see a lot of MIDI. Probably my organ is leaving here, but I don't know which one it will be because I cannot see the devices. It will be so dope to like actually see the devices. So I'm just gonna bring all this in just to rescue the organ. And again, the reason is I don't like that delay that I printed on the. Okay, so nothing in there. Okay, so that's the first reality check. So I thought I had info in there. What else? Oh, okay. Maybe I put that into on one of the previous iterations of the remix. So let's check. Let's say B2. Oh, right here it says B3. So this shall be the organ. Okay, looks like it. On let me drag it to the top so I can put it side by side with the other with the organ. There's a lot of information in there, but yeah, let's hear it. I don't know. I don't even sure if that's what I play. Yeah. I prefer like I prefer the sound now. I prefer the sound without that without that delay. So I'm just gonna mute this and I'm gonna go with the MIDI. You know what? I feel like playing, man. So maybe I can like optimize the a little bit the the playing. So I'm just going to like punch. I'm just gonna take care of this initial area, and I'm gonna bring the vocal now, because that way I can, we like Jiphonics say we maximalize, but now we're gonna try to minimalize a little bit and be a little bit more, like try to space out within while keeping the same intention. Okay, let's go. I think we can do better.
You try to drown me out, but I'm still breathing. You try to take my pride, but I stay believing. Pay me what I am due. I won't move till I receive it. No, so don't try to count me out. I'm telling you I ain't leaving. No, I ain't leaving. No.
Okay, so you see what I'm trying to do here. I am definitely gonna play. I feel maybe the whole thing, just because I have learned that I have the chance now to space out this organ. It's still present while, it probably is gonna help the vocal cut through a little better. What we had before is cool, and I might just save it. Yeah. I love Jake Funny have like super nice like perceptions, man. I love it. In my head, I think I'm just like optimizing it, like from an engineer standpoint. I'm like, yeah, this feels like this is going to allow for it, but the feel is a little different, maybe better. So let's keep writing. Shall I delete all this? That's risky right there. What I'm gonna do is, because I don't feel that bold to just take it out, I'm just going to like put it here in another MIDI channel, and we're gonna keep writing this organ.
Try to take my pride, but I stay believing. Pay me what I am due. I won't move till I receive it. No, so don't try to count me out. I'm telling you I ain't leaving.
Okay, let's go.
No, I ain't leaving. No. Shall not be moved. I shall not be moved. Shall not be moved. I shall not be moved.
Okay, a little pause there. We um we get ourselves together. You know, probably did something nice in there, and now let's take it from the second verse.
Prayed I'd go up in flames. Thought that I'd surrender. Thought that I'd surrender. But I made it through the fire. Now I'm burning even brighter, baby. Here's what I know for true. 'Cause I stay believing. Yeah, you will never bring me down. No, no. Telling you I ain't leaving. No, I ain't leaving.
Okay. Let's not get let's not get too excited. But yeah, let's get excited. Let's get excited. That's the whole purpose of it. So let me because now I have these horns coming in, which are dope. I would like to take out the synths for now. Just keep those horns and yeah, and vibe against that because this is starting to like come together. That's why we came for, man, and it's happening. Okay, dope.
I ain't leaving. No, I ain't leaving. You will never bring me down. No, no. Telling you I ain't leaving. No, I ain't leaving. I shall not. Shall not move. Shall not move. No, you can't stop me believing. You ain't got no power over me. For as long as I'm breathing, you ain't got no power over me. No, you can't stop me believing. 'Cause I come too far on my journey. For as long as I'm breathing, you ain't got no power over me.
Okay, I got some nice little flickers, little movement in there. So it's coming together. It's coming together. All right. Breathe. Yeah. So let's take it from somewhere around here. Let me do that again. But I'm a bit, but I like that melody.
'Cause I come too far on my journey. 'Cause I come too far on my journey. 'Cause I come too
Tight.
far on my journey. For as long as I am breathing.
More. Relax. Okay, let's go.
'Cause I come too far on my journey. For as long as I am breathing. My journey. My journey.
Let's see what happened with the modulation wheel.
'Cause I come too far on my journey. For as long as I am breathing.
Okay, good. Let's hear what's happening next. And I am feeling the structure at the same time. For some reason, this is the spot that I hear a breakdown. Not a breakdown like typical like breakdown like let's really set it up, but at least the kick has to go out at this point. What do you guys think? Because just check the millage we have excursionate with the organ. So it feels to me that at this point we could try. You know, I had a little before, but I feel now here. Yeah, I don't know. It's like telling like a poetry or like doing a movie. I feel like all that I have gone through musically, this is the point that I feel like, regardless of the vocal, I feel like this is the point right here.
You ain't got no power over me. No, you can't stop me believing.
So let's try it.
'Cause I come too far on my journey. For as long as I am breathing. You ain't got no power over me. No power over me. Yeah.
All right. Tung, 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 tung. Something like that, like it says, I don't know if it's corny, man, but so it's like tung, 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 I don't even know. So so tung, 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 tung. I'll program it later too, but yeah, so again, another marker. Let me put it right here. So it should be here. So it's move everything. This has to be smoother, right? I'm doing it super fast, but just so I get like the compositional aspect of it going on, because it should be, I don't know if it's DJ Applejack. Nah, not much. What up, brother? Maybe like 1 hour or something, but we're still on the nitty gritty of this, man, for sure. That's not the hit. Pam, 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 ting. You know what? Easiest way, like sometimes it's like, oh, what? Like I feel like, what's going on, buddy? You don't know how to like count, do the rhythm? No problem. Just load an instant of the kick into a simpler and play it, right? That's it. So let's play this. Yeah. Problem solved. Oh, we need full top end support there, So maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, the disco hat stops, but. We were playing organ before this, so let's go back to the organ because it's doing that little chromatic. Maybe we can pivot and accompany the horns on that moment. No, you can't stop me believing, 'cause I come too far on my journey. For as long as I am breathing, you ain't got no power over me, no power over me. Yeah. Yeah, the idea is cool. That now let's latch on ourselves into the intention strongly. like more strong.
Over me, no power over me. Yeah.
Okay, so let me remember what I did before. But yeah, the we're putting that energy, the same energy that it has initially, but now sort of evolve it into something which is what I'm trying to like integrate this into my attitude as a creator. The 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 potential is infinite, you know like there's no limit to how we can improve ourselves and just elevate our own game by ourselves, just by zoning into that presence, where we are like not trying to be perfect, but achieving a certain degree of improvement, perfection, but not really trying to do it, just going at it and reacting to a learned, what we have learned for all the previous process that transpired, the many attempts before, the things that you didn't saw that I did to get to the foundation that I had initially, etc. So that's kind of like I don't know, the mindset that defeats, in my opinion, that's the mindset that defeats, you know, obstacles and just going to that finish line with no fear as a creator, you know. So okay. I wanna minimize my impact around here because it's a crescendo, but like I feel like I can do it in a way that it allows, it gives in for the vocal a little more. Okay, that's really nice. I'm gonna hit save. And yeah, this is like the end of my remix around this area. I mean, I'm bound to land the plane. Okay, good. So that's gonna be the treatment for the B3. I'm gonna save it. I'm just gonna see the MIDI real quick. So I'm gonna check the envelopes and I'm gonna find the MIDI control just to see that the modulation wheel, there were certain times that, like I looks fine. Basically, it's mostly like on the rotary on. That's what I wanted to check. I don't have any notes in here, so we good. Uh, Sometimes I bake things into audio, but yeah, I'm just gonna let this MIDI leave for a moment, and let's keep checking. So now we're hearing other things. I want to check a little bit of the background stuff before I get into the horns, just to kind of like rediscover what is it that I have in here. I have a Juno that I had muted before, so and some synth, so that wasn't part of the. What was I missing something? Not really. I mean, like the vibe was pretty tasty as it is, but now I want to see what is all this, because I even have a synth solo, you know, and such and such. Mastering final mix. Well, like might not have time, but let's see. I have like around an hour to keep working on this. If I get before time, I might just like do something that it's like, I don't know, like really quick, but not as methodic as I would like to do. Jphonic is saying that we have Raiders, so welcome Raiders. Thank you for being on my channel, and this is straight from the lab. We are doing music. We are producing house music. Yeah. So let's check the synth. What is the synth? This probably goes with the piano and the vocal. Let me hear that piano, vocal, and that's in. I shall not be moved. Shall not be moved. A little volume. Yeah, it gives a lot of cushion to that. It's like an accent, you see? Right there, it's like a little accent. Without it, it doesn't have the same depth. But now I just want to hear the sound by itself. We can always dial a little bit of that delay reverb sauce on it. Just combination. I like to switch it up. Sometimes I load things that have delay and reverb at the same time. Filter a little bit of the action of the delay. Yes, extending the sound a little bit to the back, which is kind of cool. So this only happened on that what I understand as a pre-chorus. Yeah, there's extra sauce that I will try putting on that, like even to the point that one repetition can be a certain way, like and then on the second repetition I could try add some LFO or something. Not really guaranteeing that it's gonna be pleasing sonically. it takes a vibe a little bit more like modern, but it's good because the combination of like sonic topologies in terms of like you infer certain elements come from like the churchy, more like live music background, but then you have other elements that respond to more like electronic setup. Maybe sometimes the combination of those things create like a richness, like, that is good. So I'm just gonna duplicate the this thing a couple of times, and yeah, you guessed right. It's gonna gate the sound in a really nice way. And you can play with that. You can even like automate the this plugins mix, so you can make it, we can make it twing and ticky ticky tick like with a little delay. So let me solo it so I can demonstrate. So I'm gonna put a metronome, and let's do it. Okay, my bad. For some reason, now let's see. What is it? Why is it that I don't hear the audio? Okay, it's right there. So, okay, you can write it. So that's what I'm trying to do. It starts right here. Yeah, it's nice. A nice little trick that I learned that we can do on sources that have some sustain, like bah, sometimes that's like a little too flat, like bah, wah, like a pad, for example. Do, do, and you have like several layers of pads, and sometimes it's like too cushiony, like it needs some movement, and that's what I learned that this sort of effect can help with. And now where is my mix? Okay, so did I save that? Because it should be there. It says Shaperbox Remixer. Yeah, but I want to see it. It's master mix. Okay, let's do it with the master mix. So maybe it's this one that I have to. Okay, let's do it again for the people. So it's like a little tail, and you can always take that automation and lower it if you want like a more subtle effect. Yeah, so that's the only thing that I will do to this effect. Another thing you could try on this type of sources is like an auto panner. So let me demonstrate. The Ableton Auto Panner right here. So it's gonna move that sound out of the center slightly. The rate is only being like one every 1 bar. So, and the percent is only 25%. So it's like a mixed blend in effect, But what I learned is that it kind of like displaces the center a little bit, So it opens the perceived image, and clears the center. That the center is very important. So many things happen in that center, you know. So I think this is helpful. Another thing, so things are coming to me, right? So this is a technique that sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't work. It's like I will try to like implode. It's implode, yeah. The stereo widthness of the sound. The sound's already very like width heavy, you know. Like it's not dead center. It has reverb. It has certain stuff, but there's certain like width processors like this one by uh, SPL that on any other given source it will be like too much because it's like breaking like the stereo image is like it's the stereo is so much that it's breaking the the sound. But sometimes for something in the background, maybe this is something you want to try, you know. That sounds extremely stereo rating. But that take it out, completely out of the center. Put it somewhere else, you know? You know, like it's making it's like a super stereo. And then we can play a little bit with the relationship with the piano. Because this is happening in my view behind the piano. So if we see that relationship up close via EQ, we're gonna see that they're sort of fighting for the same place frequency wise. So I just do a couple of points in here, and I'm gonna take it can be a stereo, or it can be only the mono aspect of it. You see how I'm ducking the sound? I am completely dumbing. The piano is completely like opening the door through that to that area, and you can fine tune this. You know, like maybe you don't need all this, all these bands or whatever, but. And again, I want to do what we've been doing, which has been very useful in terms of learning things, right? Which is like I'm going to retrospectively now group everything that is part of the process for this sound, right? And we're gonna listen to it before and after. Even synth versus piano first. So this is after. And this is before. You hear how flat it was sounding? It's there, like, and basically what we have done is just kill a little bit of his boldness, but I prefer how it is now. To me, it sounds a little bit better mix wise as like it sounds like it's fulfilling its purpose in a more refined way. And the reason is, like everything that is like happening, we like Jay Phonics said initially, we went for a really busy arrangement. So we are trying to now we're trying to optimize. After we made that bulk and we make the move of like bring in all the stuff, now we're trying to find like a placement for everything. We're just mixing, in Logic, I use stock stereo imager to reduce the width, like Photoshop. What's supposed to be on top? Oh, double pause. Yeah, man. play with that width, man. Play with that width. Play with the placement. Play with ducking one thing behind another thing, so you create space, man. Um, Plant Nolan says that he's impressed, man. Thank you, and um, it's an honor. Thank you for being here. I hope you stick in. We do this every Tuesday. Okay, now let's check this Juno. That's a nice little nugget of sound that is happening in there. Again, it's supposed to be like a supporting act of the piano. So these two I'm gonna color code because I think these two go together. I'm gonna make a nice little lila blue on this two, so you know the context of where I am right now. So if we listen to the piano and we add this, you can immediately hear that it was designed to be a supporting ad. And again, I will use the same technique. The first thing I will do is use the same technique, but I'll use another plugin, to illustrate. So if Fat Filter is not the plugin of choice, you can go with the Track Spacer too. It's more like broad, and you can just load select the piano, so that indicates the sidechain signal coming in, and then you select a range, and it's all opening space for the piano. This one we can clean up a little bit of the low end, I guess. I don't want that, I want to benefit from the top end of the sound. It already has some sauce in terms of EQ and stuff. So I have not created everything from scratch. What we have done is we have treated all this mostly as a mix session. So everything, like maybe like 80% of the progress was here. I play a couple of instruments, and I might even play a couple more instruments. But the problem that I had starting this session, and it's something that you're gonna see when you can access the recording, because the recording is going to my YouTube, is that I wasn't feeling this remix. Like, if I felt like it has way too much things, I wasn't really clicking with it, So I, to me, that became like a challenge, and that's like outside of this stream, and that's something that I created this short sequence originally, because the original track is that we played also at the beginning of the stream is a little different. So this is a remix that I'm doing for this artist that is called House Gospel Choir, that I don't know if you mentioned Crackasat, but I think he remixed them as well. And the story about this is that they hit me up for a remix now. So now it's my turn to step up the plate and do a remix, and they are really high quality. So I'm doing my best, to be, to have something dope to share. And I hope they're going to like it. I believe so. So let's keep examining this Juno sound. So what else is in here? So at this point, I'm gonna mute the horns. Like I want a little bit more focus, and I'm gonna load in this plug too. So now I'm gonna take. I know that those horns are good, and I have something to say about those, but I'm going to mute it for the moment, and I'm just gonna focus my attention on the keys that I have. Because maybe I don't need all of it, but I wanna sort of understand what motivated me to play all this.
I go up and play.
You see, I have many things going on behind that piano. So let's hear it. A little reverb. Maybe just put a plate, short plate or something. Um, and let's see what can we do with this pad. It's present. I just would like to see if I can improve the signature of it a little bit more. Have synths in here. Says thickener. I don't know. Very marginal. Let me go to my sauce department and try um this sauce multi-effect. When I say sauce, I'm referring mostly to multi-effect plugins. So this one is by Serato. So you see now we are adding like an extra we are adding like an extra layer to this pad now, just to take it out of that flat zone. I don't know if you appreciate. It's very flat. It's doing certain things that I don't like, but the dope thing is that it has modules, so I can really hear what is happening. So the halftime, maybe I don't like that. I like the chorus. I feel that this giving me a little extra on that sound. It feels like dragging, so I'm just gonna turn it off. And there is something else happening in the plugin. I think I don't know if it's the vinyl simulation. It's like wobbling too much for my taste. Yeah, I just turn on this multi effect. I turn down the vinyl simulation and the halftime. That way, I like it because it's adding something.
I go up and play. Thought that I surrender. Thought that I surrender. But I made it through.
So we have that check. I think that's pretty much what I will do to the pad. Is that let's check this plug right here. Okay, this is supposed to be like twinkles, like I use this resource a lot. It's like vibraphone, twinkle, like top end, high frequency accents, So let's match it against the piano and let's hear the context and let's bring the vocal too.
I shall not be moved. Shall not be moved. Shall not be moved. I shall not be moved. Shall not be moved. I shall not be moved. Shall not be moved.
I want to make that sound very bright, more bright. Like for the purposes that I arrangement wise, I just want to take it somewhere else. So let me start with the channel strip. I like this channel tree a lot. It's just the presets are really intuitive, and it helps me dial the sound real quick. So that's why I use it a lot. I go through presets real quick. That immediately gives me more vibe. Sometimes it's not like, like a lot of time in a sound. Sometimes I just flicker real quick because I have a lot of confidence in certain tools, and I move on. This sound is making me want to try that shaper trick we did before. You remember the filter thing? So maybe I can bring that to here. So it's one more. I like that better. A little bit more sauce. A little phaser. Do you hear that sound like individually, or because to me it's like completely inside the mix, which I feel is the place that's the mission with that sound. It's giving me texture, it's giving me movement. It's completely inside the mix. It's not sticking out. Let's hear it against the piano. What I will do to hear a little bit, it's just to save the my piano that creates punch. So my piano is the main punchy elements on the upper mid parts of the arrangement. So even though it sounds good, this element, this plug, I'm constantly opening space for the piano so that I retain that punch of the stab of the piano. So that's all for the plug. So let's see. Let's hear this horns and see what we're gonna do with these horns. They're cool. And I have this clavinet. Oh, I'm not using the clavinet. Maybe it's too much, the clavinet, I think. I wanna know. I'm just gonna play a little bit. Please let me know if you think the clavinet is cool or is too much. Don't sugarcoat it. Tell it from the gut, man. Whatever comes to you first. Is it needed or is it too much? I'm gonna play it with it first and then without. Let's put it like around here. Fair. I go up in flames. Thought that I surrender. But I made it through the fire. Now I'm burning even brighter. Here's what I know for true. So my instinct is telling me the first thing that I feel is like I feel like I should do the same thing I did with the organ, which is like optimize and maybe address the playing a little bit so that it's a little less busy. It's tasty, but it's just taking it, to another place. Like let's listen without it. Maybe we don't need it. We don't. Maybe we don't even need to put it in there. So this is without it.
Prayed I'd go up in flames. Thought that I'd surrender. Thought that I'd surrender. But I made it through the fire. Now I'm burning even brighter. Now I'm burning even brighter. Here's what I know for true. 'Cause I stay believing.
Like I feel like either I'm not using it at all, or if I'm gonna use it, it's gonna be like very like I don't know, like minimalistic hits. That's my position. So I'm just gonna not bring it in for the moment and focus on this horn things that I have. I appreciate. See what was the intention with this. So I'm gonna load piano, vocal, and maybe the synths as well now at this point.
I shall not. I shall not move. Shall not be moved. Shall not be moved.
To be honest, the part that I play, it was the horns. The T-bone is a loop from Splice, but that's how I arrived to that idea, to the horns. Basically, you know, basically I arrived to this. Sorry, to this by first loading those T-bone loops into the arrangement, and that gave me the inspiration. But now I wanna address that T-bone because it feels like there's competition. Yeah, exactly. Because it's like different things. They are playing different things, and I have to come to grip with that, even if feels good. And that's another thing that happens. Sometimes certain things feels good, and they've been feeling good for a moment, like for the 2-3 weeks you've been doing the pre-production for a project, things feel good. But there comes a moment of clarity, or of critical listening when you're mixing, and it's like, but hey, there are two different lines of code going to like separate directions. So, and you will see what I mean by that. I mean, we can clearly hear it.
I shall not. I shall not move. Shall not be moved. I shall not. I shall not be moved. Shall not be moved. Shall not be moved.
You see, it's like like it's just going. It's like, where you want to take me, bro? So what if we maybe I don't know. This might be bold, but I have this trombone clone emulator from so I'm gonna put a tenor trombone right. So now I'm gonna play trombone for you guys. Check me out. This is my trombone MIDI instrument. So I'm going to sort of try to get a little bit of this vibe. Sorry, this vibe. But I'm gonna do it against I'm gonna do it against the horns that I play that are tight, because if I take the horn, if I take the trombone loop, you will see that everything is tight because I play these horns against the arrangement. You see? So it's like oh man, I hope like It's not the same action. That loop feels real, but I'm gonna try to get those frequencies, you know. So it's like a little bit of that. So let me do it. Let me do a reprise mode. When I say reprise mode, you know, you already know. I like to just get the essential vocal piano so I can maybe zone in more into the arrangement. And let's put a metronome. Okay, let's try again. Let's harmonize a little bit too. It's doing. So I'm gonna do find that triad. And you know, like I like some of the melodies that it was on the loop, but I'm gonna match it with what I have. Like I'm gonna catch it. I'm gonna do a triad there. So a nice way to do this thing, just sing the melodies. You're gonna feel what's the counterpart in terms of triads is really easy. So you know, if you wanna harmonize a little bit. So I wanna move this, you know, that theorem. I want to put it somewhere else. I want to put it. It goes. I hear it in a different place. So you will see now. Theorem, you know, like. So it's param. I hear it here. Param. So. Oh, tararam, pam, param. I like that melody too, but I will have to like do the horns again. So I'm just gonna do the one that is. I feel a little lazy to do that. Oh. You can also do the triad. Yeah, easy. You know, it's not real horns, but they give a certain, you know, they gave a certain presence, and you know, real players is gonna be at least $400. You know, so sometimes in house music, we don't have budget for that. I mean, that has to change. But hey, we are making it happen. Let me check because I think this is dragging a little bit. and even the piano is dragging like a little bit. There are like other stuff that I need to take care of that I'm just gonna hear before the final mix. You see, like I could easily fix this by going hit by hit, you know, and just moving things around a little bit. You know, and it's important to do it actually. But that will be like my final. It's very mundane that you understand. Oh, you're not even seeing, but let me put it. I was referring to all these little piano hits. I have a way to do this. For some reason, I have come to the conclusion that I don't like Ableton Live quantization. Like it always feels like too loose, and I don't know if it's that I don't use 100% on it or what is it. I like Logic's quantization. So sometimes what I do, I export the MIDI, take it to Logic, quantize in Logic, export the MIDI again, bring it to Ableton, and replace. So yeah, so I have to like this piano has to be tighter, but yeah, that's a thing that I'm gonna do at a later stage. Actually, let me just write the note right here. So I'm quantize piano in Logic. You know, that's something that is we're gonna do at a later stage offline. I'm gonna give myself a little break of that organ. I have some string going on. No, you can't stop me believing. And now I'm hearing those horns in context. So I'm going to those horns. Let's call this T-bone. Those horns. I need to do something. Those horns. They sound a little boxy. Yeah, good. Let's try it. I'm missing the horns. Like I'd rather not have the strings. You know. I want to do a little side chain to the string. No, you can't stop me believing. You ain't got no power over me. For as long as I'm breathing, you ain't got no power over me. No, you can't stop me believing. So let's tackle the horns first. This sounds a little boxy to me. And that's gonna be tricky because honestly, you know, like those are sounds that are coming from like, you know, BSTs are maybe where if it's good or not depends on how you grade it, but that's like native instrument session horns, which is fairly common, you know. Let's try to maybe we can do this with a multivand. All I want to do is change like the perceive how to unbox a stock sound. Yeah, exactly. Let's use a multivand. Let's create 3 bands. I'm not gonna use the dynamic. I'm just you know, it's like a graphic EQ. To me, this is what sounds. This is like boxy, the boxy frequencies. So if I just lower this a little bit, let's see how the relationship sounds now. I mean, it's supposed to not really like be so drastic, but I feel that I prefer that tone. Is it's opening the sound a little bit, I will say, and besides that, I don't think you have to like kill yourself so much with like BST horns. They are what they are, you know. Sometimes you put like a little flavor, you know, in terms of reverb and delay, just you know, just so that you complete to move them to the like fake realm, you know. Let's put a plate. You know, it's adding, giving a little something. No, you can't stop me believing. And let me do that channel strip micro glue thing that we tried before on the bass. Fast attack, reset threshold, and play with the ratio. No, you can't stop me. Fast release. You ain't got no power over me. For as long as I'm breathing, you ain't got no power over me. No, you can't stop me. So let me chain everything and compare again to see what's the measure of the progress that we are doing on the horns. So this is without. No, you can't stop me believing. You ain't got no power over me. For as long as I'm breathing. This is with it. No, you can't stop me believing. You ain't got no power over me. For as long as I'm breathing. You ain't got no power over me. No, you can't stop me believing. 'Cause I come too far on my journey. For as long as I'm breathing. A little control on that, but I like that clariphonic. J-phonic, what's up? Clariphonic. It's like a little air. No, you can't stop me believing. You ain't got no power over me. For as long as I'm breathing. Without it. You ain't got no power over me. A little dull. No, you can't stop me believing. With it. 'Cause I come too far on my journey. That made me smile. For as long as I'm breathing. That little last process made me smile. A little clariphonic, you know, to a little lift, and we control after the fact. We control a little bit with just an EQ, rolling some highs. 'Cause I come too far on my journey. For as long as I'm breathing. And at this point, I wanna, you know, because I know for dynamics on the break, I want to take those horns and I want to put a little like super like a dramatic effect. Maybe that this one is super funny. It's called Endless Smile. It's just like those like washy reverbs that feels very EDM. I like to use it sometimes to create that on breakdowns.
My journey, going on as I am breathing. You ain't got no power over me, no power over me.
Yeah, so a little depth change there via this plugin.
Over me. No, you can't stop me believing. 'Cause I come too far on my journey. Going on as I am breathing. You ain't got no power over me, no power over me.
It's cool because you know like this effect doesn't have much controls. It's just a one over. So it's like super like it has a lot of decay on the reverb, but for this purpose, I don't know, like it make those horns like more drama, you know, like it puts a lot more drama on those horns, and maybe that's what we need for this, you know. You see, like I was even using it before the so I will, you know, I'm gonna put a little bit of it all through the track, you know, even if I modify it later. But you know, things you can do if you like the writing that you did, you can always select the whole thing and just move it up and down. You know, it's like a mix wet on the automation, I would say. so what else we are pending? We almost getting to the end of the show, unfortunately, but I think we have tackled very carefully the things that were not, you know, were considered obstacles, and the things that were considered perhaps like a ceiling for me. You know, like I came into this session today thinking I have reached a ceiling with this project, and but a part of me, because of experience and what I have learned, was telling me, you know, like just take the practice, just you know that what happens is like when you reach a plateau and you're the pressure is mounting. For example, I have to deliver this plugin done by next week. So, you know, reaching these final stages or reaching a place where you feel you have done it, but it's not there yet, you know, like, and you know that, and the truth is you have to work a little more. sometimes you feel a certain way, and you self doubts come to play, and you start maybe like thinking what you have done is not worthy enough, or what you have done, maybe you have to try another, give it another go. But in all honesty, what I have learned is, you know things that came from the heart, things that came, from a place that is like you're putting your soul, you're putting your voice into it, and you're having a lot of fun in the tracking process. If you don't feel it later, maybe it's not because it sucks, man. It's like, you know, we just have to keep the fun in the process, and sometimes we lose the fun in the technical aspect of things, or because we start comparing our sound to other producers or whatever, So this is what I have served me, is just find a way to trick my mind. And if you notice, this is a nice way to trick my mind, because to me, I feel like I'm playing a video game just because of the stream, just because I'm like, you know, um, playing to an audience. It feels fun. So this is like a nice psychological way I have learned it, that I can tackle those gray areas of frustration. So the melody initially felt like gospel meets Japanese jazz. Now it sounds straight out of Baptist church at peak time. Playing with the organ changes the whole vibe. Word up. That was a big pivotal action that we took, which was, you know, going for that organ, thinking that organ through a little differently. Um, so glad you share all this with us, especially the brain work involved. My pleasure, Facer. And I love to see you all through the stream. Every now and then you keep typing better, better. And this is like a reflection of what I feel is happening also in my mind. I'm not like, oh, this is perfect. It's never perfect, you know? But I know I have reached plateaus, or where I'm like, I'm taking like an extra 20% to my side from, like, it's like this used to be my reach used to be here, now it's here. So I'm like bringing a little bit more quality, and the sum of everything is what gives, you know, it's what creates this sense of, satisfaction. That's the word I was looking for, satisfaction. So I think satisfaction is possible. So let's check those strings, see what we got there. Yeah, those strings are cool. Um, I will do the same thing I've been doing with the piano, just for punch, a little bit more subtle, but the same. Just opening a little bit of the mid range, letting the piano be like. So you ain't gonna perceive it, but it's letting those hits, the stab of the piano, come through a little more.
No, you can't stop me believing. You ain't got no power over me. For as long as I'm breathing.
Sometimes I want to play a little more with the string, like I want to sauce it up a little bit. There are many tools to sauce up, sounds. For example, this one is super famous, right? Retro color. Let's see with a little bit of Big Crusher where we can get this sound. You see that little like noise? It takes it out of that perfectly like digital. Uh, but you have to be careful, because you don't. I wouldn't like this, but it's just like a little extra. And then you have like noise that you can attach. Also careful with this. So I just wanna compare to see what we are doing. So again, my technique is just to chain up everything that I've been doing on a sound to do the A and B, and just consider that the previous sound is the sound of like the tracking process, like the when I was like just adding the notes, right? I saved, I did a little balance, I lived with this with the project maybe 1 week, a couple of weeks, maybe I didn't even listen to it again, and now the moment of reckoning, I have to finish it. So you see, to me, it's cool, but it sounds flat. That's what I call flat. It's not that it's bad flat. It's just that this sounds like better. And sometimes it's not like a lot of moves. Sometimes it's just filtering, you know.
No, you can't stop me believing. You ain't got no power over me. For as long as I am breathing, you ain't got no power over me. No, you can't stop me believing.
I probably need to balance. You see, now I have that data is really tasty, but I would love to control behind the. You see, it's only giving me one control, so I probably
For as long as I am breathing.
just because I really like what it does. Maybe I just another way to do it is just put this on a bus, and it's like the same thing, and it allow me a little bit of separation. I'm gonna even try to do that now, just so you create a new return. I'm gonna copy. First, I'm gonna save my project. Now I'm gonna copy the plugin. I should have the same automation on the same spot. I'm gonna mute this one, and I'm going to put a track spacer before the plugin. So it's before the plugin, and the sidechain is gonna be the same return track. So what we're gonna get is this, but now I have to like send it, send the group to the plugin. So
You ain't got no power over me, no power over me. Yeah. You ain't got no power over me.
so this is the effect, but now I have a little bit of separation between the dry signal and the effect. And it can it's the same, it's the concept what it matters, like you can do it with a track spacer, you can do it with a dynamic EQ, like you can even duck some more so that you get that so you get those horns like really upfront and dry, but you get that depth from the.
You ain't got no power over me. I shall not. I shall not remove. Shall not remove. Shall not remove.
And again, always nice to just compare, and see what works best. Like if you want to just disable the send for a moment and bring your the one that initially got you.
I shall not remove.
I might like it on the channel, I just did it to illustrate, just to tell you that there's engineering ways to like create separation. If it's not on the channel, it's on a return track. If you need to create separation with a Docker, put the Docker there. It's this is good for having control of the mix. Let's keep listening. So now I'm moving into the. I'm not gonna master it, but I'm going to. I'm gonna fiddle a little bit with the main bus. Just just to try to land it for what I can do for this session and today. So because I'm probably 10 minutes away from ending the show, and I feel this session by itself is allowing me to like pivot greatly from what I had before. I'm gonna be working some more offline, and from here, I'm gonna be done with the project. Like next thing you hear about this is that is release. But basically the challenge and what I wanted to bring for this edition of Straight from the Lab was this thing, like work in progress, yeah, but from what angle? And the angle is, you know, being methodical about if something is bothering you on the production, just go one by one, like organize, classify, optimize, like all things, man. And you gonna make progress. Don't give up. And it's all there. And if it's not there, go and find what's missing. Simple.
I go up in flames. Thought that I surrender. Thought that I surrender. But I made it through the fire. Now I'm burning even brighter, baby. Here's what I know for true. 'Cause I stay believing. Yeah, you will never bring me down. No, no. Telling you I ain't leaving. No, I ain't leaving. Shall not move. I shall not. I shall not move. Shall not move. Shall not move. I shall not. I shall I go up in flames. Thought that I surrender. Thought that I surrender. But I made it through the fire. Now I'm burning even brighter, baby. Here's what I know for true. 'Cause I stay believing. Yeah, you will never bring me down. No, no. Telling you I ain't leaving. No, I ain't leaving. Shall not move. I shall not. I shall not move. Shall not move. Shall not move. I shall not. I shall not move. No, you can't stop me believing.
So, couple last removes. This might not be definitive, but I'm just gonna showcase a little bit of my workflow with regards to main bus. This might be useful to some people, and this you have to be extra careful because honestly, this is the place where sometimes you lose what you've had gained. So you need to kind of like really aim for really subtle moves on the main bus. If maybe if anything, I would say almost everything relies on the balancing of the individual sounds. But yeah, you can do certain things on the main bus to try to help, certain aspects frequency wise. This is Saturn on the main bus. Let's hear where we are and where we can get with this.
I go up in flames. Thought that
A couple of bands.
Thought that I surrender. But I made it through the fire. Now I'm burning even brighter, baby. Here's what I know for true. 'Cause I stay believing. Yeah, you will never bring me down. No, no. Telling you I ain't leaving. No, I ain't leaving. Shall not move.
So I'm checking kick and bass relation and main bus at the same time because I added some extra compression to the bass. So now I want to go again and just check kick and bass relation.
I go up in flames. You thought that I surrender. Thought that I surrender. But I made it through the fight. Now I'm burning even brighter. Now I'm burning even brighter. Here's what I know for true. 'Cause I stay believing. Yeah, you will never bring me down. No, no. Telling you I ain't leaving. No, I ain't leaving. Shall not be moved. I shall not. I shall not be moved. Shall not be moved. Shall not be moved. I shall not. I shall not be moved. No, you can't stop me believing. You ain't got no power for as long as I'm breathing.
I think there's too much of this overall in the mix. So I'm gonna do a little. I'm gonna roll the dice on this one. You can see you have something real handy with this, which is on each band you have a 4-band graphic equalizer, so you can really tone shape each band outside of volume. You see, but always do it in context, you know.
I go up in flames.
I think we cleaned up that.
Thought that I surrender. But
I mean, you can hear it. It was a little bit too convoluted. Probably it's a mixing thing. Probably I need to go to the bass. But for now, this helps.
you will never bring me down. No, no.
No, no.
I ain't leaving.
I rarely saturate. I just use it like to tone shape, you know. I think that I do. Maybe sometimes I feel like saturating is the low end. You know, depends that the action that I'm getting. Right now, I need to tackle kick a little bit more because it's good, but it sounded a little too pushy, a little too kick heavy for me. But that's something that involves a little bit more extra. You know, like I can try to do it here, but I'd rather do it like on my alone time to be like really really short. But basically, it's just like relationship between volumes and then like low end presence.
I go up in flames.
You see, that's a lot of kick. So where's this guy? I'm not gonna touch the level. I'm just gonna do it on the gain trim. To me, this sounds more balanced. And you say, but hey, you took out 4 dBs on the kick, bro. Yeah. So what? Now you can bring that back with the overall volume of the low end on this thing. And you can even saturate in your way in. You see that harmonic? You don't have it there. I mean, you brought something back, but now it's balanced. And you even have like a mix knob here. I'm talking about this one. So you can play with that.
No, I ain't living. I shall not.
You can play with the range too. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's just below 40.
I surrender, but I made it through the fire.
But we needed to clean up the low end a little bit, and that's a pending project. But I just want to show you like my logic around it.
I go up in flames.
Because before it was like this. Like I was hearing too much kick. Now I'm hearing both kick and bass. And you will say, well, what's the purpose of that? Well, the purpose of that is optimization, because when you get to the limiter, that balance is going to inform the limiter, and the limiter is going to be less grabby on that kick. So you're going to be able to hit a louder, you're going to be able to be louder, you know, with a less distorted signature on the via limiting.
I go up in flames. Thought that I surrender.
Like I just did now.
But I made it through the fire. Now I'm burning even brighter, baby. Here's what I know for true. 'Cause
Like there, I'm like at 6, which is crazy. I never go that. I usually, I'm good at 7, but you understand? Like you can get really loud if you get your balance right.
I go up in flames. Thought that I surrender. Thought that I surrender. But I made it through the fire. Now I'm burning even brighter.
Now I need to go back to the bass. I probably did too much with this compressor, but yeah, it's all reactive. At this point, it's all reactive. You need to know your mix. You need to know every move you have done. You need to know how to like roll it back, more, less, you know.
I go up in flames. Thought that I surrender. Thought that I surrender. But I made it through the fire. Now I'm burning even brighter, baby. Here's what I know for true. 'Cause I stay believing.
So something I want to do now. It's not fair because this is not master, but I'm gonna do it anyways, just to close the show like that. Just to give you a hint of what I will do moving forward. First, I'm gonna hit save. So moving forward, what I will do is 1, I will check consistency overall once again. 2, I will quantize whatever odd notes I have or manually edit via audio. 3, I will check the more important like relationships in the mix for me in dance music, which is vocal placement in the mids, out front, decisive, commanding, you know, cohesive in the mix, so it's not breaking out of the mix. Then I will move to the kick and bass relationship, and then I will move to the top end, so I don't have clashes like vocal high frequency versus open hat or whatever. Something that we didn't take care on this session, but I'm narrating, and then I will take care of overall dynamics. And while doing that, I will do it referencing. So this same group was remixed by Crackaset, right? So I'm just gonna load Crackaset on this A and B plugin that allows me to, have the vantage point of whatever songs I feel go with the vibe, or in this case, I just want to have a quick feel if I'm in the right direction with regards to this artist, you know. So let's see. I mean, it's not apples and apples, but it probably is gonna give me a good idea of where we are. So let's see. Is the string? Oh yeah. So that noise on the string, you see like that I put. The problem is that it's happening at all times. I'm gonna take it, but the way to solve it is, you know, bounce it and you delete the regions that. Um, yeah, let's do it real quick. Okay, copyright strike, but we need to do this, and it's just gonna be a little bit, okay? Because I want the audience, I want you guys to, you know, understand this the importance of referencing. You know, it's not for my ego. It's not to like to say like, ah, you know, like, you know, this is critical. This is the part that's gonna make you a better producer. Referencing, you know, just being honest, but not honest because you say it, not having only your vantage point at all time, your perspective, but actually critically addressing similar products out there, you know, in light of, you know, knowing that that's where your music is gonna end with, and like that's where you're going at the end. So let's see. Where okay, so
So this is against track cassette.
To keep with angels standing guard, I got my angel. Never bring me down, no, no. Telling you I ain't leaving, breathing.
So what do you think about that comparison right there? Uh, from the perspective of the technical, you know, from the perspective of the technical and vibe wise. Feel free to say what you feel, man, on the chat section. Uh, yeah, that's my wife. So this means I'm almost have to end the show. Levels sound like they are on the same category. That's what you're saying. Like levels are on the same. I didn't understood. Like I don't. They're not on the same. That I feel like I'm a little louder, but like let's appreciate once again. Oh, same EP, same EP. Okay, good.
Now I'm burning even brighter, baby. Here's what I know for true. No, everything is gonna be alright. No, no, telling you I ain't leaving.
I don't know. I will say that I feel my low end is feels more expensive than that one he did. It's like way more like this. I feel like his version. Maybe that was the vibe. It doesn't have that much. You know. Um,
This feels like really powerful on the low end.
and I'm just gonna keep it at that. Like I don't really wanna. I feel like right up there. Let's put it this way. And in terms of low end, I'll say this feels a little bit more powerful. But hey, like I don't really like talking about my shit. Um, I feel his stuff is a little bit like muddier. Somebody says yours is a little bit more crisp. It's kind of like the same thing. But the dynamic he puts a lot of drops on the music, so sometimes it's like it's hard to make the comparison. You see, it has a lot of drops.
When I woke up, you were I tried to make it brighter. Here's what I know for true. 'Cause I'm stable and I'm feeling heavy. Even though it's hard, I pray the Lord my
Yeah, good. That's a great thing. That's a great thing because honestly, it makes me feel, that yeah, it makes me feel that I arrived to where I have to where I had to go, and that's all that I want. So that being said, I need to say my goodbyes for today. Thank you so much for checking out this session today. Remember that we're gonna have this session entirely for you to re-study, reassess, share with others. We're gonna have that available later today on YouTube. So also please remember that we do this every Tuesday starting 2 p.m. And I think this is gonna be a 3-hour show from 2 p.m. Eastern to 5 p.m. That's kind of like the magic time to do this. Like it's almost 5. So once again, please let other people know that we're doing this. If you think this is gonna be helpful for them, every Tuesday, straight from the lab, yours truly. We change it up every Tuesday. Sometimes we do things from scratch. Sometimes we do things like this, work in progress. But we always try to bring something fresh, interesting, and something that is a real thing. Not like a tutorial. It's like a real thing. This is real music that I'm putting out. This is my life. This is my real production, my real creative process thrown out there for you guys to check it out and join me. And we share this way. I'm going to keep doing it. This gives me a lot of positive vibes. And I feel that one of my missions in life is just to contribute to the scene through this service, through this sharing. It's good that this is gonna be something that is gonna read Ezel remix, but more so than that, what drives me is this thing is gonna start creating like a new culture of like learning how to listen things differently in terms of house music, how to like upcycle your process, many things. So I think this is going to be very beneficial for those that are willing to, take the time and invest in this show. So that being said, all right, let's hear it one more time, and then I'm out. Okay, thank you. So this is what we did today with this remix featuring House Gospel Choir. So let me see. Where are we? Oh, yeah, right here.
Thank you. is my brother, Beats United. Alright guys, until next time.